this morning. Please note that the headlines are only read as published according to the editorial guidelines of the various media outfits that we'll be checking out today and have got nothing to do with Nigeria Info. So ensure that you get the facts, details, do your research, get all the information that you need, even while you react to any of the headlines today. We'll be going through The Guardian, The Punch, The Daily Trust, The Nation, and The Vanguard. On The Guardian today, households groan over food prices as inflation defies interventions. National grid suffers third collapse, worsens 20 hours power target. How federal government rescued over 1,000 abductees without ransom, according to what the NSA is sharing. Support Tinubu or quit, Matawali tells federal appointees from North. Southwest leaders fault Oyo invasion. 2024 Lagos Trade Fair promises greater business opportunities. Federal government targets $15.7 trillion artificial intelligence market. Ward suspends Ganduje over alleged graft. State chapter kicks. Court attributes Sylvester Oromuni's death to parents, doctors' negligence. Baker bags live jail for defiling neighbor's daughter. And that's it on The Guardian today. Moving on to The Punch. Vandalism worsens grid collapse as gas shortage slashes power supply. Naira nears 1,000 to the dollar at parallel market. Dangote modular refineries to pay Naira for crude. Oromoni. Father kicks as corona blames parents, doctor for teenager's death. Nigeria's FDI fell by $19 billion in 10 years. Edun. Yoruba Nation. Lecturer defends participation as police parade 21. $50,901 drug offenders arrested, 9,034 convicted in 3 years. NDLEA. NIMSI eyes 200 million NIN enrollments 2025. Military dismisses claims of shooting civilian in Plateau. That's it on The Punch. Moving on to the Daily Trust. Kanu APC nullifies Ganduje's suspension, cracks down on those behind it. Defend Tinubu or quit, Matawali tells Baba Ahmed, other northern appointees. 4 ex-governors, 21 other senators sponsor no bill in 10 months. Southwest governors move against Yoruba nation agitators. Power grid collapses again. TCN blames grid collapse on fire incident. Food crisis deepens as inflation soars to 33.2%. Zulum is Nigeria's best governor, El Rufai. Let's go on to the nation. Parent doctor's negligence led to Sylvester Oromoni's death, according to a coroner. Kano APC voids Ganduje's suspension, sanctions ward leaders. How we tracked man behind claim that Fashola wrote PEPC judgments. Police. Kidnapping. Wike donates motorcycles to DSS, police, others. Kwara police arrest 46 for alleged cultism. Kogi poll. INEC tenders documents against SDP, Ajaka's petition at tribunal. Clark calls for special task force to rescue abducted Chibok schoolgirls. Federal government allocates 8,925 affordable houses nationwide. Moving on to our last stop for the day, the Vanguard. More pressures on pockets as food inflation rises to 40%. Oyo invasion. Yoruba nation sponsors promised to end my hunger, female suspect. Boat mishap. Remains of late Nollywood makeup artist Abigail buried in Akwa Ibom. More pressures on pockets as food inflation rises to 40%. Coastal Highway need for accountability. Chibok. 1,680 more Nigerian school children abducted in 10 years. UNICEF. 4.8 billion naira fraud. Court awaits appeal court verdict on Ibeto's appeal on jurisdiction. Anambra 2025. Ozigbo vows to unseat Soludo as 300 APGA members decamp to Labour Party. Kogi poll. INEC tenders documents against SDP Ajaka's petition at tribunal. Sylvester Oromoni. It's curious. Corona ignored evidences. Falana Fault's ruling. And that's it on the Vanguard this morning. We've gone through the Guardian, the Punch, the Daily Trust, the Nation, the Vanguard. Time to get to your reactions right now. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can also call in to share your thoughts on WhatsApp and the phone line. Send the message to 080 99930137. And Dr. Mrs. Unma Lebara in Owerri says, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, sad that Nigerians no longer see true leaders as second gods, truth and honesty personified, leaders whose pronouncements were accepted canons, who consider the welfare of their followers far above self. Why are honest men fast giving way to power-drunken people? So worrisome and unfortunate is the thought that she is sharing this morning. Also, Francis Namani from Amangunze says the high cost of living and prevailing economic hardship in this country is really disturbing and worrisome. May God help us. And Alexandra Benjamin says, what's the essence of dollars coming down when its effect doesn't affect the market price? You can call 0700 951 0000 and 08095 974869. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Charles calling from Wusetu.
Welcome, Charles. Please go ahead.
On the Yoruba agitators that invaded the government house last weekend, all of us can condemn it. And I think we could be able to see how the police were able to run into the situation. Nobody was killed. The appropriate decisions or government intervention is going on. I want to ask, in the East, when agitation started, they even came in with arms in the Oyo incident. But in the East, it was only flag. Some of them were in a place praying. The government mobilized military and started killing. And some of us will call, because the bitterness is still in us, started gunning them down.
Hold on, Charles. This incident that you referred to about people being gunned down, can you give specific details as opposed to just throwing it around?
In 2015, there was an incident in Abuja High School where people were praying and the army invaded the place. Over 20 people were killed. In 2017, Martin Nandekano house was invaded and over 28 people were killed. The military said that they were pursuing load of ammunition and they ran into the chief's house, the palace. And at the end of the day, it was all palace. And 28 people were gone down, including a dog, in that incident.
Going by what you shared right now, this happened in 2016, the first account you gave, where 6 IPOB members were shot in Aba and 30 injured, and 45
that's what I said in 2016.
I'm just trying to put the numbers right, because you gave a different number, a different figure.
Okay. In social media, there were some of them, they were even they were on the vehicle, they were put into mud, all manner of. In fact, you can't even treat an animal that way. And you want such people to be happy, oh, this is our country.
All right.
Until there is a public apology, and I want people to tell us, why is the East? Why should I travel to Europe? I have to come to Abuja or to Lagos. And there is no. And when you think of the population of people who travel on daily basis, especially internationally, the Easterners have the highest population.
How are you able to arrive at this conclusion, Chris? Charles, beg your pardon.
Because most of these people are traders, and that's what they do. Many of them go for their trading, to go importation and all that. So they are forced to come to Lagos or Abuja.
All right.
So they can travel out of the country.
All right, Charles.
Is this how a country is built, and you want us to remain in that country? I want the supporters to call and enlighten me, please.
All right, Charles. Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo.
Welcome.
Maskman calling from Apo.
Go ahead, Maskman.
Okay, national grid collapse. The cause being attributed to vandal on one side, then gas on the other side, then fire on the other side. All these excuses. These are just excuses. If PACA cannot function, then they should return the industry back to the federal government. Then that aside, this Yoruba nation agitation, our military is going to be too overstressed because currently we have IPOB in the southeast, we have Boko Haram in the north. Now Yoruba is coming to join. Everybody clamoring for succession. Is it time we as a nation come together and ask ourselves to the question if we can stay together and then decide the fate of the country, Nigeria. Are we going to continue like this? Where we'll be killing our youth who are protesting for one reason or the other? Because those people, they don't just wake up and say, we want to go. They have a reason. Please, our leaders should do something. Hunger is tearing us apart. And then when we come out to protest, I mean, things are not going well in this country. The country is not going, things are not going well.
All right,
Our
Basman.
leaders, please, we are calling on you. People, do something now before these things get out of control. But we know if you get out of control now, you will board plane and fly overseas. Why we, the poor people, you people are oppressing, we are the ones who are going to kill ourselves.
All right. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. What's your name, please?
Thank you very much. My name is Omo Dudua.
Go ahead.
Hello.
I can hear you, sir. Go ahead, please.
Abuja.
Yes.
The Yoruba Nation agitators, they are political touts. Why IPOB have been proscribed as a terrorist. These are two different people. And the Yoruba agitators, no single Yoruba is supporting them. We Yoruba, we are very wise and intelligent. If we are looking for something, if we need something, we plan and strategize. We come to round table. We believe in unity of this nation. Chief Obasanjo Awolowo fought for survival of this nation. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe fought for survival of this nation. Kadana of Sokoto fought for survival of this nation, and many more other leaders. Pa Anthony Nahuru, many of them sacrificed their life for this nation. So we don't want all those our leaders, we don't want their labor to be in vain. Yoruba, we know what to do, we know what we want. We don't want all these Yoruba agitators. They are political touts. And it is better as police is snipping them in the board now before they generate. Just imagine one of their arrestees say their sponsors promise to end his hunger.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine, because they are giving them free food. They are giving them free food and free protection now. Just imagine appearing military camouflage. What an audacity. It's an insult to Nigerians. Yoruba doesn't support them. We don't want them. We don't want to see them. We don't want to hear them. The police should investigate their sponsors and brought them to justice.
All right. Something that you mentioned, I'm going to clarify to you right now, is in 2023, October, a state high court sitting in Enugu nullified the 2017 proscription of IPOB as a terrorist organization. All right?
Okay, you mean, okay, I will still confirm that and still get back to you.
All right. You can do that. Have a good one. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, welcome.
Hello?
Good morning.
I'm John Ukaba.
Welcome, John. Please go ahead.
I'm calling from Kwale. If Northern Ponti cannot support Tenugu, they say they should resign. If somebody does something wrong because he appointed you to work for him, can you defend him? That's my question. If David does something wrong, they will disagree with him. But if he does something well, they will support him. Thank you.
All right. And on YouTube, Asu Peter says, how is the dollar connected to food inflation? Let PBAT, the president, just reduce PMS price by 20% and you'll see the magic in food prices reduce. Onu Sunday, thank you for being a part of the conversation. Let's see what's happening on WhatsApp and how you are responding to the headlines. You can do that on 080-9993-0137. Ensure that you include your name and your location when you send a message. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. This is Ojo, the next president.
Welcome, Ojo.
One of your headlines said that inflation has increased to 40%. Thinking, this is not easy in Nigeria. High cost of living, food want to take life out of somebody. I don't know what is happening. Yes, dollar is reducing, naira is increasing against the dollar, but that can never make the price of food to reduce. The only thing that can make the price of food to come down is to reduce the price of fuel, because the price of transportation to move things from one place to the other is very high. Until they reduce it, they promise us that in the next 2 weeks, refinery will start. This is going to 3 weeks now. They are not saying anything again. They said that they have distributed. Mr. said that he has ordered them to distribute food from the National Reserve, trillions of tons. We are not seeing anything. These people should wake up from their slumber. They should stop these empty promises. People are not taking it easy. This is not funny. This is not funny. They should wake up. That's why we are seeing all this agitation everywhere. And hungry man is a madman. They should wake up now. Thank you.
All right. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. What's your name, please?
It's Kingsley calling. How is work?
Kingsley, been a minute. Work is good. How are you?
Okay. Yoruba nation agitators, governors strategize to move against them. There is an international law, self-determination is guaranteed. You cannot force anyone to live with you. There is a human right, self-determination. If you cannot please the person, if you cannot be able to get the person on your side, allow him or her to live the way he wants to live.
But wouldn't you say that there are legal steps to take to achieve that as opposed to resorting to violence?
There are legal steps, yes. But the government doesn't want to listen about it. They know that it's your right. But they want to impose it on you that you don't have any right for self-determination. Even in marriage, if a man and a woman, their marriage is becoming troublesome, becoming worrisome, they can separate peacefully to avoid each one killing himself or herself because of marriage.
All right.
So, there should not be more high-handedness against, government should not move on high-handedness against self-determination protesters. And almost everyone should understand that IPOB is no longer a terrorist organization. Court has nullified it. Court has said that it's illegal to proscribe IPOB because they are self-determination fighters. So they should get into event.
Relax. It's already been corrected on that, okay? Mind the language that you use to put that correction forward. And Fitzgerald in Airport Road says, power grid collapse is quite unfortunate. And what's the issue? So what you can do, Imam of Peace, is uninstall and reinstall again. And that should be able to sort out the issue you might be having with the app. And let us know how that works out for you, okay? Oludade Abiodun says, what's happening in the power sector in Nigeria? When are we going to get it right in Nigeria? Dollar keeps coming down, but the price of commodities still on the rise. Who is agitating for Yoruba nation? The Yoruba leaders should call them to order because their aim is not welcome. Nigeria cannot afford the laissez-faire attitude towards its current economy, and as much must have some level of control. There must be a price control board if Nigerians are to enjoy the naira, else prices will never come down. This must be treated as soon as possible, is what Banki in Utako says. And food inflation by fire by force mission should be embarked on in order to bring down the prices of goods and services. Otherwise, nothing goes up and comes down in Nigeria, where we've seen the dollar and the naira do that recently, right? Well, thank you and have a blessed day. Thank you, Alex Minga in Kubwa. All right, let's go on this break. The news comes up at 7 o'clock, and afterwards I'll be back to take more of your reactions to the headlines. Do all to catch up on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja.
Post New Reality. Audio Jungle.
is Nigeria Info.